Day 14. I am glad you're here. Thank you for sticking with this program. I know it's new, different. It should be coming a little bit easier. It's already easy. It should be coming easier in that you almost want to do it. You're starting to crave doing it because there's something about forming a habit that you can do with anything. A habit is just something you keep repeating until it becomes something that you must do. And it's easy to develop a habit on anything. This is particularly easy because it doesn't take long and the outcome is so gratifying. Like you get so much reward just from that little bit of appreciation that maybe at first felt awkward, where it felt like I don't deserve to feel these appreciation things about these little things I did. And now it's just getting easier and easier. And throughout your day, as you're going through your day now, you should be able to notice constantly appreciations. Hey, thanks for unloading the dishwasher. Thank you for, making my bed so that when I get in it tonight, it'll be extra cozy. Thank you for, turning all the lights off at night and making the house like nicer temperature for sleeping. They can just be such small things. It doesn't matter what it is. And I hope you get that by now. In fact, the smaller, the better, because that way you can do it more often. So the more you can say thank you, feel that little like zing in your heart, the more it works. So if you try to focus on big things and there's only a few of them in a day or none, then it's not going to work as easily, because big or small doesn't really matter. Wow, thank you for, working for 8 hours. Instead of saying it that way, you could go through that day and thank yourself for the things that were most triggering. Like, thank you for having the meeting with the boss and recording it so you could remember what was said later. Thank you for having a conversation with that employee that's leaving and putting that effort into something, whether it's something you want or not. If you put an effort into doing something like being patient, being with somebody that you don't want to be with because you're being kind and you're trying to make the world a little bit better, then you should thank yourself for those things too. And what will happen is the more you can kind of be at peace with those things, there's less energy charging around them. And so you'll attract less of those circumstances that are negative, because if you're like, I hate this when it's happening, I hate this when it's happening, but I'm rejecting my feelings, it leaves an energy charge and we keep attracting the same circumstances. So this whole process is going to reward you in so many ways. It's like a foundational process for every other course that I teach. And it's like that self-gratitude. When you project it out to the world and you project it at others, you're sending your energy away from you. And that's why I try to have you learn to bring it into you by thanking yourself for the situations that you're in, whether you like them or not. So you project it out and you're saying, oh, thank you for the sunshine and the blue sky and the pretty day that we're having today and the birds in the trees and, the squirrels on my porch asking for nuts. They go like this. So I have these things I can be thankful for throughout the day, and those are naturally things I'm naturally appreciating. And we're naturally kind of doing that throughout the day on things we like, and things we don't like, we're not doing that on. And so again, the energy is going out. So if we can draw it back in, and your energy will start flowing in your body better. That's going to increase your metabolism, and it's going to start changing even what you crave. If you haven't noticed some slight changes yet, you will. Stick with it. You know, some people it's going to take longer. When I started this process, I just said, I don't even care. I have no attachments to the outcome. I'm doing it because I want to feel better. And just knowing that I can feel better because of what I'm putting on the paper makes me feel better. And that in itself, if you focus on that being worth it, that will help your energy flow and increase things. So, you know how the doctors will say that cortisol creates a fat belly and more body mass in the upper body? It's because it's a stress hormone. So what you're doing is you're taking away the stress. You're taking away the stress by saying, thank you, my dear indentured servant, for sitting with rejection and confusion and feelings about some people that were in my house. And thank you for just sitting with those feelings, right? So I'm not beating myself up for feeling confused, like I can't help, or some situation that was awkward. I'm thanking myself for sitting with that and just holding that state that I was in, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether even you ran out of the room. You know, thank you for running out of the room. You know, you were trying to get away. I understand, you know, so thanking yourself. Thank you for really good coffee this morning. So back to the basics. Always grab on those basics because they're really easy. You just, heartfelt, right? And then the negative ones are the second most important ones. You know, thanks for enjoying your late night binge television Netflix series. So, and say what you got from it. Why are you thankful for that? Why did you enjoy it? Thank you because it gave me insight to myself. Thank you. It let me feel emotions that are kind of needing to come out. Like, let's say you watch a Netflix series and it makes you feel sad. Maybe that's an emotion that you can benefit from by feeling sad through the movie. It's allowing you to access some feelings on some grieving that you haven't done yet. So you can use everything to your advantage. And by saying it in a way that says, okay, it helped me to feel sad. I actually feel better today because I stayed up till 1 o'clock watching a Netflix series that made me feel sad, or maybe like it's a Criminal Minds type show, right? And it made me think. I like the ones that make me think. It makes me feel smarter. Thank you. I like that series because it makes me look at things in a new way. So you just thank yourself for whatever it was. Now, if you didn't like it, you say thanks for the awareness of whatever it was you didn't like. Thanks for your awareness that the Netflix series made you feel worse because it made you look at the world a little more fearfully, right? So if you're watching one that Criminal Minds and it's the show with all the serial killer parts or whatever the episodes, that maybe you're starting to lock your doors more and you go, thanks for the awareness that I'm locking my doors more. You know, is this worth it? Maybe I don't want that series. Maybe I want a different one. Maybe not. But this is like the work for you, is just to find those things. Thanks for here's a very broad one. Thanks for keeping me warm, comfortable, or cool and comfortable if you're in a warm place. I'm in a winter right now while I'm doing this. So thank you for keeping me warm and comfortable and providing this lovely place to live, or this safe place to live, or this, you know, wonderful family that I have around me. Thank you for providing that or attracting that. So now you're still thanking yourself, even though those things are outside of you, because you provided them to you. You attracted those things to you. Those couldn't have happened just randomly. They don't just randomly happen. You're attracting these things. and you're making them happen somehow. So thank yourself for whatever it is that you do like in your life that's very broad. That's a really easy one, you know. So then thank you for trying to steer conversation so that it would be more interesting to yourself. Okay, that's something for me because I get bored with boring conversation. Thanks for putting up with some rambunctious pets that were in my house. Okay, now we're going to go into the food ones. So if you haven't finished your 10 while I've been talking, go ahead and hit pause, come back, and we'll work with the food ones. Okay, so thank you for enjoying, and I have my food ones. Guacamole with empanadas, and the sauce, oh, was so delicious. The whole combination was so delicious. So when you say enjoy, you want to follow through a little bit and say, what made it enjoyable, right? Thank you. Oh yeah, I like that sourness. I like that sourness in the guacamole, and how it was just tempered right with that empanada that was filled with cheese and a relleno. And the sauce was like this chili adobe sauce. It was rich and makes my mouth water right here when I think about it. So when I go through that, when I appreciate that, that allows my body to use everything to its advantage. So it goes into the state of appreciation, and it knows how to process anything that it can use in the best way. You're not rejecting anything. When you reject something, you go, oh, I ate this ice cream, and then you reject it. Oh, hi, come on in.